managing the system, in the system. And secondly, there has to be some level of accountability and transparency as well.
Captain Abdullahi, in all of these things, I will still come back to the issue of the passenger, the safety of the passenger.
Right.
And how are you working to ensure that this happens?
That what happens in particular?
The safety of the passenger.
Of course, yes.
Whom here says pays for everything. I was going to take you to a ticket that someone sent in. See, this is a return ticket costing about 48,600. See the breakdown. The ticket itself, the base fare is 29,150. You have VAT 1457. You have sales tax 1457. You have taxes, which is government surcharge, 12,534. You have airport service charge 4,000. So put it all together, 48,600. So there are charges that go to government. Yet there are still issues. So how are you working to ensure that the passenger who has paid all these taxes even begins to enjoy some level of comfort?
Well, that's a very unfortunate situation. You see, all this you have enumerated. If you as a passenger, you buy your ticket for 48,000 naira from the airline, all this that they're enumerating on your ticket does not really go to the people that the money is supposed to go to. This NCA is 5%, the VAT and everything.
That's another part of it.
This money goes to the airline,
really?
And they don't really remit to the people that they're supposed to remit. That's another big problem we're having. And this money you're talking about is in billions. Billions. So it's a difficult situation. The airlines don't want to pay.
And they've collected the money already.
Mr. Ruru, please, before we just go on, can you address this? We pay as passengers all of this, and it doesn't get the portion that should get to government, does not get to the government.
Now, the airlines pay. If you are saying there are airlines who probably are irresponsible, that's a different thing entirely. But the airlines do pay, that I can tell you for sure. You understand? And every of those taxes you're talking about, you'll find out that there are multiple taxes which the airline keeps paying over time, separate from that, which are known. For instance, there's a 5% that is collected from every airline, 5% ticket sales charge, which goes to NCAA. NCAA from that money now remits to the other agencies. Now let's look at NAMA. Now, NAMA has received 23% from that 5%. But apart from the fact that NAMA has received 23% from that 5%, NAMA still charges the airline separate from that 23% for nav charge, for terminal charge. So it means you are paying NAMA 3 times.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, wait. If you say which they should remit to the government, what are you doing?
Well, that's another complex.
Because when we started, you were doing very well.
All right.
Okay.
We're still doing well.
Okay.
I mean, not economically, but at least we're regulating the airlines. We're making sure they're flying well, they're flying safe, they're training their staff, and so on. But coming back to this money issue, it's it's complex. You see, it's just during this present government that NC has been given the marching order, in fact 3 times, that look, collect your money from these airline operators. If you do not, then you have to answer to the government.
Okay, so you have the mandate to collect.
We have the mandate, but look at
you have the willingness also to collect.
Well, you see, this is what we're doing. Now, unfortunately, the Act, 2006 Act, that established Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, gives us the power to collect this money, but through the airlines.
Okay.
So we're trying to get it revised that we can now collect direct.
Okay, we have to go now. I want to thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. As I told us, we really do not have enough time to have this conversation. But let me leave you with this word from Taiwo. Taiwo says the best airports in the world are those privately run. That is the way to go for Nigeria as well. Our aviation sector is way behind, and I think all of you agree on that.
We agree with that.
Thank you so much.
That is the truth, honestly. But
Thank you so much for coming. We've been speaking.
Abuja runway, we don't necessarily have to close that airport.
How?
Okay. Okay, that's another conversation. We have to go.
We've been having a chat with the Secretary General, National Association of Aircraft Pilots and Engineers, Ocheme Abba. Thank you so much for being here. Captain Dong Pam, aviation activist. Thank you for being here. Captain C.D. Abdullahi, Director, Operations and Training, National Civil Aviation Authority. Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. And the Assistant Secretary, Airline Operators of Nigeria, Ewos Iruro. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
So we take another break and so let's be back.